The Aviron Victory treadmill breaks the mold for treadmill subscriptions. With games and competitions front and center, this treadmill wants to make your cardio sessions more fun. I ran and walked a lot on this one, so here's what I thought. Welcome to treadmillreviews.com. I'm Kaylee and this is the Aviron Victory treadmill. I review a lot of treadmills and I'm always really excited when a brand pushes the boundaries of what I expect from a treadmill. This one has a lot of surprises in store for me. Front and center is the gamified training platform. I knew it and loved it on the Aviron rowers, but it's really exciting for me as a runner to see how it's been adapted for the treadmill. Before I get too far into things, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel if we're helping you with your treadmill shopping process. And if you choose to purchase this treadmill, you can support us by using our link. We are affiliates with Aviron, but they don't get a say in our review process, and even though we earn a commission, it won't increase the cost of the treadmill for you. But enough of that, let's get back to the treadmill. So there are kind of two important things to know about Aviron right up front. The first is that the Victory treadmill is a subscription-based treadmill, and I'll get into the details of that later, but I wanted to make that clear. The second is that this is a non-folding treadmill. There are a few advantages to this design, but it might not work in every space, so that's just something you will have to consider. The Victory treadmill has transport wheels, so you can lift it by the end of the deck and roll it around, but I recommend having a permanent place for it if you can. It's 77 inches long, 33 inches wide, and 62 inches tall, and it weighs 242 pounds. That's not that heavy for a treadmill, but it's enough that moving it regularly isn't something that I want to do. So the frame is steel, it feels pretty sturdy, and the deck sits really low to the ground, so it's easy to step up onto those foot rails or the belt. I mean, it's only about 5 inches tall, so one of the lowest step-up heights for a treadmill like this. Then the uprights are actually attached to the deck. The advantage to that is that the console lifts up when the deck inclines, keeping the console at a good viewing height. The downside is that the screen shakes more when you're running fast. You'll see that in the performance demo later, but I do want to mention that I've done some fast threshold workouts on this treadmill, and I really didn't notice the shaking too much while in the workout. It didn't take me out of the zone, so it's not a big deal for me, but it might be for you. Okay, so looking at the motor, it's a 3.5 horsepower motor. That's a really good rating for a running treadmill. I run about 60 miles per week or so, and this is a treadmill that I think can support my training. Now, if I were sharing this treadmill with another runner doing that much running or a walker who is logging a few hours per day, then I would want something more powerful, but this treadmill should be just fine for daily training for one user or less training for multiple users. Both the frame and drive motor have a 10-year warranty, so that makes me feel really good about this treadmill's durability. The maximum speed is 12.5 miles per hour or 20 kilometers per hour. Then the incline range is 0 to 12%, and it's really accurate. We measure the incline on all the treadmills we test, and most are about 1% off. This one was pretty much right on the dot. The only negative thing I can say about the incline is that it is really slow to adjust. The speed adjustments are fast, but going from flat to fully inclined or vice versa takes a while. And then the deck is 20.5 inches wide, which is pretty normal, but it's 57 inches long, which is about 3 inches shorter than we expected. Aviron suggests this treadmill for those under 6'5". I'm only 5'4", so the shorter deck didn't bother me, but if you're taller or have a longer stride, you might notice it more. Final point before we get into the features, in addition to that 10-year warranty on the frame and motor, you also get a 1-year warranty on parts. You can also opt into a $9 per month lifetime warranty. It's kind of like insurance for your treadmill, I guess. Aviron is the only brand we've seen with this structure, and it's totally optional. All right, so let's look at the console on the Victory. It has a 22-inch touchscreen which tilts up and down, but it does not rotate side to side. The screen quality is pretty nice. It does take a little longer for things to load than I would like, not so much while the class or game is going, but when you're getting things started. Everything looks pretty clear on the screen and there's not too much glare. And the audio quality is also nice. The speakers are front facing and they sound clear, so that's a win. You can also pair Bluetooth headphones to listen quietly, which is what I usually do. Bluetooth also lets you pair a heart rate monitor. Most devices should connect, even Apple Watches, though you might have to connect through the Aviron companion app or your phone. And so buttons, we gotta talk about buttons. Most of the controls are on the screen, but there are volume buttons along the right side. There are permanent touch buttons at the bottom of the screen for adjusting the incline and going back to the previous screen. I use these, especially the back arrow, for navigation, but when I'm in a workout, I'm mostly using the control pad further down on the console. It has a start and stop button and the safety key. It also has 3 buttons labeled walk, jog, and run, which take you to 2, 4, and 6 miles per hour respectively. I really hope Aviron can make these programmable, and it seems like they're going to. I would really love that feature. Then there are incline and speed switches that adjust by 0.5% and 0.1 mile per hour each. I use a combination of the speed buttons and these switches most often, and I like how easy they are to reach. Now, for storage, you get 2 cup holders and a little foam pad where you can rest your phone. There's no tablet rack or phone rack where you can easily view your device, but overall, I find that I can have what I need for a workout with the storage provided. One other feature that the Victory doesn't have is a fan. I don't mind that too much. I recommend using a floor fan instead. It's more effective at cooling you off anyways. Now we're on to the most important aspect of the Aviron treadmill, the training programs. Aviron costs $29 per month, or the annual payment comes out to about $24 per month. If you're already an Aviron subscriber, adding the treadmill is an additional $10 per month. It's more affordable than most of the other competitors, and I strongly recommend the membership if you're going with this treadmill. You can use this treadmill without a subscription, but your training is limited to just the metrics monitor, which is a manual program that shows all your metrics, just what it sounds like. You also keep access to your workout history, you can earn achievements, and you can add friends. It's not bad compared to what other brands offer to non-subscribers, but it's a tiny fraction of everything Aviron has to offer. All right, so there are 9 categories of content on the Victory treadmill. The newest category is SkyQuest. I first tried this on the Aviron Fit Bike and I really liked it. It's a virtual course where you fly up and down using your speed or incline to score points. You can work out with other Aviron users on SkyQuest courses, and there's no time limit, so you can train for as long or as short as you want. You can also change how hard it is, so it's great for both walking and running. The game category is what Aviron is most known for. These are brick breakers and shooter games. For instance, you might be Santa slinging snowballs at wolves or a pirate ship firing on enemy vessels. Your speed and incline control how successful you are at these games. I think my favorite in this category is the fire truck game, where you aim the water with your incline to put out fires, or the fishing game, where you add incline to reel in your catch. There's also competitions that pit you against your past self, other Aviron members, or AI bots in races. These are great for when you want to push yourself hard. The final game style workout is power play. These are the workouts I'm most likely to choose for a structured workout. You can change lanes by hitting the right speed or incline level to earn points. It really motivates me to find that extra gear and incorporate more incline into my treadmill workouts. There's another category that should be coming to the treadmill soon. That's pros versus Joes, where your avatar competes against an avatar representing the best effort of a professional athlete. Get ready to lose is all I have to say. But there's a lot more to the Victory treadmill than just games. If you get bored of this structure, you can also stream entertainment from all the apps available. There are coached studio classes and scenic destinations. There are also guided programs that take you on and off the treadmill for many of the workouts. There's a ton of variety. Aviron wants you to level up your workout experience. You can stay accountable by adding friends and joining the Aviron community in the group workout lobby. You can also progress your fitness by staying consistent and earning achievements. Aviron has a lot to offer, so I recommend checking out my written review if you want more information. You can also ask me questions in the comments. All right, so now I'm going to do some walking and running on the Aviron Victory treadmill so you can see and hear how it performs. So I'm on a super slow walk right now. So let's take it up a little bit higher to that 2 miles per hour. All right, so as far as the noise goes, I don't think it's too bad really. It's pretty quiet, which I like, both the belt and the motor noise. But let's go a little bit faster, go up to a jog. So I'm going to 6 miles per hour now. And as far as the cushioning goes, it is on the firmer side. I think it's a little bit firmer than something like Nordic Track or Horizon or Bowflex's new treadmill. but it's softer than the Soul treadmills and definitely softer than running outside. I'll go a little bit faster here. So I'm not at the top speed, I'm at 9 miles per hour, but I still feel like I have plenty of room to run, and I'm not getting too close to that console so I don't hit the motor hood, which is good. Take it back down to a walk. All right, so let's see that incline. So we're going up to 12%. One thing I really like about this treadmill is that even though the incline is a little bit slower, I can see the progress, so I know that it's at about 7% right now. All right, so there we are at 12%. The deck is about 12 inches off of the ground now, so I need about 1.5 feet or so above my height just to make sure I have enough room to use this full incline. And then the uprights being attached to the deck has allowed the console to stay at a nice viewing level for me, which is really nice. So I'm gonna take the incline back down. But one thing you should know is that this does not have a decline option. So it can return to a flat ground, of course, but it doesn't go downhill. And the incline is also really quiet to adjust, which is nice. So the slowness helps keep that motor, that incline motor, quiet, which is great. And yeah, that is the Aviron Victory treadmill for you. Thanks so much for watching my review of the Aviron Victory treadmill. I think if you want a subscription, have room for a non-folding treadmill, and don't mind the firmer cushioning, then this treadmill is excellent. The Aviron membership has so many different categories to choose from, and it's executed really well. This treadmill is supposed to be fun, and I'm having fun when I'm using it. It's great for beginners and experienced runners alike. I'm kind of crazy and enjoy reading ebooks while I run on the treadmill, and I can even do that with the Kindle app on the Victory, so that's a win there. And with that, I'm done reviewing the Aviron Victory treadmill, though I'm definitely going to keep using it. This is treadmillreviews.com. I'm Kaylee, and thanks for watching.